Hi, Algebra 2 pre-AP students. Here is your test review for test 2A. For problems 1 through 6, we're supposed to simplify each expression. We're going to write our expression in complex form, which means the real number goes first, or the real part of the number goes first, and the imaginary part goes second. So for number 1, I've got the square root of 36, negative 36. The square root of 36 is 6. The square root of negative 1 would be I. So this is going to be plus or minus 6I. For number 2, this breaks down as, 48 would be 16 times 3. 16 is 4 and 4. So I've got a pair of 4s that come out. So I'm going to be plus or minus 4 on the outside. 3 is stuck inside. And then that negative sign I'm going to bring out as an I. For number 3, I want to put my real part first. So 2 is going to go first. And then plus or minus the square root of 5. And I'm going to bring out the negative as an I. For number 4, 80 would be 20 times 4. And 20 is 5 times 4. So I'm going to have 4s coming out. The 5 is stuck inside. And I'm going to bring out the negative as an imaginary number. Same thing for 32. 32 would be, 32 is 16 times 2. 16 is 4 times 4. So this is plus or minus 4 on the outside, 2 stuck inside, taking out the negative as an I. And now we get into where we have to do some sort of operation to it. So here for number 6, we're adding these guys together. I've got negative 6 minus a minus 2. Minus a minus makes it positive. So negative 6 plus 2 would be negative 4. And then for my imaginary numbers, negative 6I minus 8I. Negative 6 minus 8 would be minus 14I. All right, number 7. Now we are multiplying these guys together. So 2 times 5 would be 10. 2 times negative 3I is negative 6I. Negative 4I times 5 is negative 20I. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. And then I times I would be I squared. So this would be 10. Negative 6I minus 20I would be negative 26I. I squared is negative 1. So this is actually going to turn this guy into negative 12. So 10 minus 12 would be negative 2 minus 26I. So again, I squared is the same thing as negative 1, negative 1 times 12 gives me my negative 12. All right, number 8, negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 3I is plus 6I. 5I times 2 is 10I. 5I times negative 3I is negative 15I squared. So this is negative 4. 6I plus 10I would be 16I. And then the I squared is negative 1 times negative 15 is positive 15. Last step, 15 minus 4 is 11 plus 16I. There we go. All right, number 9. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times negative 3I is negative 6I. 3I times 2 is positive 6I. 3I times negative 3I is negative 9I squared. So here my 6I and negative 6I cancel. So I really have 4 plus 9. Remember, negative 1 times 9 is positive 9. So this one is 13. These guys are called conjugates. That's a vocabulary word that maybe you haven't heard in a week or so. So remember, if you've got 2 plus 3I, its conjugate is where we just change that middle sign. So if it's positive, it becomes negative. If this were negative, it becomes positive. And those guys are conjugates. Number 10, 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times negative 3I is negative 15I. 4 times I is 4I. I times negative 3I is negative 3I squared. I've got 20. Minus 15 plus 4 is negative 11I. I squared is negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. 20 plus 3 is 23 minus 11i. All right, this would be 4 minus 2i squared. So that's 4 minus 2i times 4 minus 2i. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times negative 2i is negative 8i. Negative 2i times 4 is also negative 8i. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4i squared. So this would be 16 minus 16i minus 4. And then 16 minus 4 is 12 minus 16i. All right, number 12 is not on this version of the review, so let me add it in. 4 plus 3i, 1 minus 2i. To divide this guy, we just have to get rid of the imaginary number. We can't have an imaginary number in our denominator, so we're going to multiply it by the conjugate. What did I just say a conjugate was? We want to multiply by the conjugate of the denominator, not the numerator, but the denominator. So instead of 1 minus 2i, it's going to be 1 plus 2i. All right, so on the top I've got 4 times 1, that's 4. 4 times 2i is 8i. 3i times 1 is 3i. 3i times 2i is 6i squared. Bottom 1 times 1 is 1, plus 2i, minus 2i, and then minus 2 times 2 is 4i squared. So on the top I've got 4 plus 11i minus 6. On the bottom, I've got 1. My two i's cancel each other out, and I've got plus 4. So this becomes 4 minus 6 is negative 2 plus 11i, all over 4 plus 1, which is 5. I want to split this guy up. Remember, we want the real part plus the imaginary part. So negative 2 fifths plus 11 fifths I. And now I've written it in complex form. So that's page 1 of your review sheet, and that's it for video 1. Come back for video 2 if you have questions about the second page.